Traveling with your cat can be an exciting yet challenging experience. Whether you're going on a road trip, heading to the vet, or flying across the country, ensuring your cat's safety and comfort during travel is a top priority. In today's video, we're going to walk you through how to safely travel with your cat, providing helpful tips and advice to make the journey as smooth as possible for both you and your feline companion. So, let's get started. Before hitting the road or taking to the skies, it's important to prepare both your cat and yourself for the journey ahead. The preparation stage is crucial because it reduces stress for both of you. Let's start by discussing the very first step, choosing the right carrier. When it comes to choosing a carrier, size and comfort are key. Your cat should be able to stand up, turn around, and lie down comfortably inside the carrier. Opt for a well-ventilated, sturdy carrier, preferably one that can be opened from the top as well as the front. This makes it easier to load and unload your cat, especially if your furry friend is a bit nervous. You also want a carrier that's easy to clean, as things can get messy during travel. Avoid using collapsible or soft-sided carriers unless they are specifically designed for travel, as they may not provide the necessary protection during transit. Be mindful of the material of the carrier. Hard-sided plastic carriers are often the safest option, especially for air travel. Some airlines have specific requirements for carrier sizes and materials, so always check ahead of time. Remember, the goal is to ensure both comfort and safety. Now that you have the right carrier, it's time to get your cat used to it. Don't wait until the day of travel to introduce the carrier. It's best to start training your cat at least a few weeks in advance. Leave the carrier open in a quiet area of your home and place a blanket, towel, or some treats inside to encourage your cat to explore. This helps them associate the carrier with positive experiences rather than anxiety. Additionally, take small steps to get your cat comfortable with being confined for longer periods of time. Start by closing the door for short periods, then gradually increase the time your cat spends inside the carrier. This method helps desensitize your cat to the carrier, and by the time the travel day arrives, your cat will likely feel more at ease. Some cats may take longer than others, so be patient and go at your cat's pace. Before embarking on your journey, it's important to take your cat to the vet for a health check. This is especially crucial if you're traveling by plane or going to a new environment. Your vet will check your cat's health, ensure their vaccinations are up to date, and provide any necessary medications for travel-related stress. Make sure to schedule this appointment at least a few days before your trip so that you have enough time to address any health concerns. You don't want any surprises just before you leave. Also, ask for a health certificate, which is often required by airlines and certain travel destinations. Some states and countries require a certificate that proves your cat is healthy and free of diseases, particularly rabies. Make sure to carry your cat's medical records, including vaccination history, in case you need them during the trip. This is especially important if you're traveling internationally or by air. Some airlines may not let your cat board without the proper paperwork. Once your cat's health is in check, it's time to prepare the rest of your travel gear. Here's a list of essential items you'll want to pack for the trip. First, bring a familiar blanket or item with your cat's scent. This helps to provide comfort and a sense of security, especially during long or unfamiliar journeys. You'll also need food and water bowls, as well as enough food for the duration of the trip. Don't forget about your cat's favorite toys, treats, and a litter box if necessary. Some portable litter boxes are designed specifically for travel and can make a world of difference, especially on longer trips. Make sure to pack enough of your cat's regular food to last the entire trip. Traveling may disrupt their eating schedule, so keeping their routine is essential for their well-being. Other items you should pack include grooming tools like a brush or comb, medications, if your cat takes any, and identification. It's always a good idea to make sure your cat has a collar with a tag, or better yet, a microchip for identification, just in case they get lost during the trip. Now that we've covered preparation, let's move on to the actual travel. If you're traveling by car, it's essential to keep your cat secure. Never allow your cat to roam freely in the car, as it can be distracting and dangerous. Always secure the carrier in the car using the seatbelt. Place the carrier on the floor or on the back seat, ensuring it's stable and can't shift around. This helps prevent any injuries in case of sudden stops or accidents. During the trip, make regular stops to check on your cat. Avoid feeding them a large meal right before or during the trip, as traveling on a full stomach can cause discomfort or even motion sickness. Instead, feed your cat small meals or snacks throughout the journey, and always offer them water to stay hydrated. If you're going on a long road trip, make sure to provide bathroom breaks and let your cat stretch their legs outside the carrier. Always make sure your cat has access to water and some of their favorite treats during the ride. If your cat is prone to motion sickness, ask your vet for tips on how to manage it or if there are any anti-nausea medications available for cats. Keep the car temperature comfortable, not too hot or cold, and avoid sudden, jarring movements. A calm and relaxed environment will make the trip much more pleasant for your cat. If possible, try to make the car as quiet as possible. Cats are highly sensitive to noise, and the constant sound of traffic, music, or voices may stress them out. Some owners even use calming music or pheromone sprays to help their cats relax. Flying with your cat can be a bit trickier, especially if you're going to be traveling internationally or by commercial airline. When booking a flight, always check with the airline about their specific pet policies. Many airlines allow small pets to fly in the cabin, but there are specific rules and requirements you'll need to follow. Make sure to get a pet carrier that fits the airline size restrictions. Your cat's carrier must fit under the seat in front of you, and it's important that the carrier is well ventilated. It's also a good idea to get a carrier that's soft-sided, as these tend to fit more easily under airline seats. Before your flight, take your cat for a short trip in their carrier, so they get used to the sensation of being on the move in a confined space. This is especially helpful for cats who are nervous about air travel. Traveling with your cat doesn't have to be stressful if you plan ahead and take the right precautions. With the right carrier, some pre-trip training, and a little extra care during the journey, you and your feline friend can enjoy a safe and comfortable travel experience. Whether it's a short road trip or an international flight, these tips will help ensure your cat stays healthy, happy, and stress-free throughout the adventure.